studies.
Global, diverse, inclusive, innovative, dynamic, and committed to excellence and integrity.
Lessons learned from the interactions with key institutions that NDUK has had an opportunity to partner with have been used over time to inform key decisions and implementation of management and administrative frameworks. In governance and management, key organs of the university were activated within months of the core military staff assembly at Lanett. These core organs are the University Council, the University Management Board, and the University Senate.
Our training is anchored on leadership, character development, professional military training, and formal academic training. The overall objective is to produce a well-founded young military leaders who are prepared for leadership, command, and inspiration in order to attain professional military excellence.
The portfolio of NDUK colleges has increased. JCSC, Postgraduate Diploma and Diploma in Defense and Strategic Studies. KMA, Bachelor of Science in Defense and Security Studies. IPSTC, Master of Arts in Crisis Response and Disaster Management. DevTech, 8 Technical Diploma Programs. DCHS, Bachelor of Science in Nursing with Military Health, 3 higher diploma programs and 1 diploma program. The following academic programs will be rolled out soon. NDC, PhD in National Security and Strategy. IPSTC, PhD in Crisis and Disaster Management, Master of Arts in Gender and Peace Support Studies. JCSC, Master of Arts in Defense and Strategic Studies. DIA, Master of Arts in Military Intelligence, Master of Science in Defense Intelligence. DevTech, Master of Science in Information Technology for Defense Sciences, Master of Science in Web In October 2023, the university hosted its inaugural national symposium themed Enhancing Cybersecurity for National Development, which enables stakeholders and experts to discuss evolving cyber threats and proposed measures to enhance Kenya's cybersecurity. Additionally, the university hosted the Senior Professional Military Education Commandants Forum, where commandants from various military institutions across Africa convened. This gathering of esteemed leaders reinforced the university's commitment to regional security collaboration, mutual respect, and the free exchange of knowledge among African defense institutions. The university has also established a peer-reviewed journal titled National Security. The journal is released biannually. To expand its capabilities and enhance its expertise, ND-UK has engaged in partnerships and collaboration with various entities. They include the Executive Office of the President, Kenya Revenue Authority, The university has been participating in the Nairobi International Trade Fair. ND-UK's mandate is to offer advanced educational training, research, and academic discourse, as well as equip security personnel and agencies with knowledge and skills to offer solutions to contemporary security challenges. These achievements highlight ND-UK's role as a pivotal institution in enhancing national and regional security through education and training. Tribute to the late CDF General Francis Ogolla and Chairperson of the University Council.
About 19 kilometers from the capital, Nairobi, we are in Ongata Rongai to visit a former army officer, Warrant Officer 2 retired Daniel Odinga Elijah, who served in the 66th Artillery Battalion and later on the 7th Kenya Rifles Battalion.
My name is Daniel Oginga Elijah. Elijah is my father's name and also my surname. I was born 61 years ago. My home is in Siaya, Game in particular. I had a passion of the uniformed. I was a scout, a patrol leader, and I really loved working and also being part of the uniformed team.
After his primary and secondary education, Oginga, who had a dream of becoming a soldier, had a chance to join the army.
15th December of 1985 is the time that we joined. We reported to AFTC Lanet. We were the last lot that were trained there, but after the training, we were the first people again to pass out in the new ground that is cemented and tarmacked. The training was very tedious because what they are saying in Kiswahili, wanatoa uraia kwa miguu na kwa mikono. I was posted to 66th Artillery Battalion, where I also trained as a gunner. And more so, my line in that gun, I was a layer, the person who lays and also calls for that shot. Fire! Beside being trained as a gunner, I was also one of the footballers in artillery. It was called Barrel FC. I joined just a few months and then I left because of the nature of my faith. Most of the training were done on Saturday.
Still at the artillery battalion, he joined the clerical department where he also got his first rank.
I did an interview for the clerical and we came to Nairobi for the clerical course. And after that, then I was promoted to corporal in the year 1991. So 1991 as a corporal and also as part of the clerical team, I was appointed as the registry clerk. I did that for some time, and then later on I was taken to another section as the typist, as the battalion typist. Then after that, I was removed to that place to a company. Now I was manning my own company. I was the clerk for that company. After that, still in the artillery but yeah, still in the artillery, still in Gilgil, and still in the same 66th Artillery Battalion. And then from there, when now I was being promoted to sergeant, I was transferred now to a different place and a different section to the Western Command. By that time, it was stationed at Lanet.
One of his big break as a clerical officer in the army was in the year 2004 when the digital era was at its infancy. He was transferred to the Kenya Defence Forces headquarters as a computer operator.
I came to Nairobi to KCCT, Rongai, where I also took some courses, packages of computer packages. I was posted to Army headquarters as a computer operator. We were again part of the team that started putting records of all the personnel in the Defense Forces in soft copy. It wasn't easy because we were given targets. The target was 12 records, doing 12 records of persons in a day was not that easy.
For his next promotion, he was transferred to the 7 Kenya Rifles, famous the Maroon Commandos in Lang'ata Barracks, as a documentation clerk and trainer.
We stayed there for more than at least around 4 years, and then I was taken to now 7 Kenya Rifles, as a documentation clerk. I was also in charge of training my juniors. Since I had mastered service law, because that was part of my training, I used to train or to educate young soldiers on the element of laws in the armed forces. Then from there, I was promoted to Warrant Officer Class 2, and now I went back to Army Headquarters. From there, I was removed from that section to be the chief clerk of IPPD section. I was once again transferred to Isiolo, Combined Arms Training Center, as the chief clerk. So that is where I stayed up to the year 2021, when now I retired. So I retired having served in the Army for 33 years and 64 days.
As a staunch Seventh-day Adventist, he explains how he balanced his faith and duties.
One is the element of being faithful to my God. I was one of the people who, for sure, were almost throughout were given permission to go and worship outside. Even when I was in Army Headquarters, they really encouraged me to continue serving the Lord while also serving my country there.
Oginga outlines the qualities his demanding work called for.
One, to be a disciplinarian, time-keeping, being honest.
What are some of the values he picked up in the Army?
It taught me how to manage my time and value that time. That is one. Secondly is the discipline. When you are disciplined, one, you are self-controlled. You control yourself.
Having served in a peace mission, he rallies Kenyans to always maintain peace.
2003, we went to Sierra Leone. For Sierra Leone, we stayed there for almost a year. Let us embrace peace. Without peace, there is no development. Without peace, there is no growth whatsoever. Staying and living with one another as a brother is very important. We need to live with each other as brothers and sisters. So let us value peace.
A family man and a father of 4 notes the strong pillar his family has been over the years during his work schedule.
I value very much my family. The family after God. It is God first, the family, and then now your profession can come in. Beautiful wife, and also blessed with 4 beautiful daughters. We don't have that barrier in terms of culture, that because I have only daughters, they can only share with their mother. No, because we bonded while they were young. So that is how they know that I'm there, even when I was in the forces.
The 61-year-old veteran is now into business and farming. He's also heavily involved in church and community leadership. Later on, we have a sit-down in his house where he takes us through some of the awards acquired over the years and some memories. Military service is a challenging and fulfilling duty, and this veteran epitomizes workmanship, faith, and diligence in service. For Military Tales, I'm Ben Troy Njue. We journey from Nairobi to Mumbuni, Machakos County.
Yes. Karibu sana, tutajue. Mzuri sana. Karibu sana. Karibu sana.
Here we visit one former Kenya Army officer who worked in the 66th Artillery Battalion for over 3 decades.
Kwa majina naitwa Francis Kimeu Henry, retired officer 2. Kuzaliwa nilizaliwa hapa. Ni Mumbuni, Mongala location, Manza village.
Born in 1960, Kimeu attended Mungara Primary School and Changuli Secondary Schools in Machakos before joining the Army in 1980.
In December 27 ndio nikajiunga na wanajeshi. Tuenyewa 5K. 5K iko Gilgil. Na baada ya kumaliza ile 6 months tulikuwa tunaenda training, nilipostiwa tu hapo karibu mahali naitwa 66 Artillery. Pia 66 Artillery iko tu Gilgil. Nimeserve 66 Artillery for 38 years. Nilipostiwa kwa Misinga. Kwa Misinga ya Artillery. Na nikafanya course inaitwa Ganali. Ganali ni ile course inafanya wakati wa kwanza ndio ujue hiyo Misinga. Na siku wakati nilimaliza Ganali basic, nikafanya course nyingine inaitwa survey. Survey ni kuwezesha kutoa projectile kutoka hapa mpaka mbali, mahali ambayo huoni.
It is the Artillery Battalion where he would scale the ranks, eventually becoming a drills instructor.
Mimi nilikuwa mzuri kwa drill. Nilikuwa nafunza drill. Nilikuwa napanda drill na nimekushinda kikombe ya drill. Drill ni ile pale tunaona askari wanatembea, hiyo mnasema hiyo drill ni hiyo, unaona askari anatupa mikono hii hawezi enda zote pamoja hivi, kama hii mkono ikienda mbele inaenda na hii mguu, na hii ikienda mbele inaenda na hii. Sasa hiyo ndio tunaita drill. And drill iko namna tunaanza kufunza mtu. Tunaanza kufunza magitu za by numbers. Ndio aanze kukamata. Na baada hiyo unapatiwa kitu inaitwa kimesai. Kimesai ni ile mtu amequalify kufunza wengine. Unasimamia wengine. Na ndio nimekuambia nimefunza kabla sijatoka, nimefunza kadha. Kama hata wangu kwa askari ningekukimbiza kidogo.
As a warrant officer too, Kimeu outlines some of his responsibilities.
When you bridge it between the other ranks. Now, commissioned officers, when you bridge, una make sure that kwamba askari akiwa na shida, unapeana wale kwa warrant officer, kwa commissioned officer, unamueleza shida hiyo askari. Na kunaweza kuwa kutokea iko kitu iko mission inatakana, ama iko information inataka kutoka kule juu ama imetoka kule juu. Huyo commissioned officer ataita warrant officer. Na warrant officer ndio utaeleza askari, ndio utawaambia kitu inatoka fallen, unawaelezea iko kitu gani inatakikana. Kesho tunaenda vita.
In his first peace mission in Sierra Leone, he witnessed firsthand the effect of civil war to people and the economy.
Sierra Leone ilienda 04.
Yoni Kenbat
12. Kenbat 12. Lakini mimi nilikuwa kwa ingine inatoka Garden Edmen. Hao wengine wako kwa Kenbat, ni mnakuwa ndio mnachunga wakubwa za hiyo area. Sasa sisi tulikuwa tunachunga mahali inaitwa Mamiloko.
Tulikuwa tunaona watu wanauawa. Kama mtu ambaye ameweza kuhudumu katika nchi iliyo na machafuko, tuambie kwa nini tunafaa kudumisha amani kama Wakenya?
Hiyo nje ya Sierra Leone ilitokea vita. Na wakati ilitokea vita ikawa kuna serikali na ilichafuka. Kama siku nyingine vijana wawili walikuwa wanabishana, waliona mama akiwa na mimba, wakaanza kulitana, ile mama amebeba kijana ama ni msichana. Huyu anasema ni kijana, huyu mwingine anasema ni msichana. wakasema let's prove it. Na kuprove ni kufanya nini? Walipasua hiyo mama tumbo. Wakasema you see. Kwa hivyo mtoto sio ameanguka chini na mama ameanguka. Wameua tayari.
In his second mission in Somalia, he gives an account of how they successfully captured Kismayo after days of heavy fighting.
Somalia nilienda 2012. Na sisi ndio tuenda kukamata mahali inaitwa Kismayo. Na kwenda kukamata Kismayo tunaona kitu inaitwa meli. Kitu inatangwa beach landing. Na beach landing ni ngumu kidogo. Beach landing ni ngumu kidogo.
Hiyo ni kutoka kwa meli muingie kwa...
Unatoka kwa meli unaingia kwa maji. Na hii meli haija dodge mahali inatakiwa ku dodge.
Bado iko kwa maji.
Iko kwa maji. Alafu inatafuta beach mahali kwa beach iko mchanga, hiyo meli iende ijiuku hapo. Ilienda tukaona Somalia ikajiuku hapo. Na kwa bahati ikakatika kitu inaitwa nanga. Tulipata kashida. Tulipata shida. Lakini at the end of the day tulifaulu. Tulifaulu kwa vile tuliweza kushuka na hiyo meli inakuwa ni mrefu. Ni mrefu unashuka, hapa chini kwa kale boti kidogo. Anafanya nini hivi. Na ukitoka kwa ile juu aka ujirushe vibaya utaingia kwa maji hapa katikati kwa mwanzo. Kwa hivyo unatakiwa na time. Wakati inakuja kukutana hivi unaruka kutoka juu unaingia ndani. Ilikuwa 2012 hiyo.
Tuambie Kismayo ilikuwaje, kwa sababu mataifa mengi yameweza kwenda Somalia lakini hawajawahi kufikia pale ambapo mliweza kufikia na mkaweza kudumisha amani. Kismayo ilikuwa ni moja ya vita ambazo hadi saa hii bado inazungumziwa.
Kismayo kitu wa kwanza ndio ilikuwa why sababu kwa nini walikuwa na wakichoma hii makaa yote inachanga Kismayo na uikamata ama kuwatoa. Kwa hiyo makaa ilikuwa ni shida, lakini tulingangana tukawapukuza ama tukawatoa, na baada hao kutoka hatungeweza kukulala kwa vile walikuwa naenda wanajiriog ama wanajipanga mahali wanakuja. Ukuja si ati wanakuja tu wapike oti. Wanakuja na kupika bombs mahali tuko.
Away from artillery, the veteran also enjoyed shooting range exercises.
Range ni kupika shabaha. Na ile nilifurahisha tumeipika shabaha, tulikuwa na watu mnapika mkiwa watu ine vitu inatangwa pori plates. Tumeikupika na munda ambaye sidhani kama iko watu wengine wameikupika na hiyo. Tulipika na 19 seconds kutoka 300 meters mpaka 200 meters. Na tukatumia munda wa 19 seconds. Na hiyo kitu mpaka saa hizi kinakaa kwa akili yangu.
According to Kimeo, there is need to jealously guard the peace we enjoy as a country.
Vijana wasiwe wanatumiwa vibaya. Na vijana wajue amani ni kitu ya maana. Pile nilikuwa nimepeana hiyo example ya Sierra Leone. Vijana walikuwa wamejiweka makokaini huko. Ndio hata ukimwambia kitu unaona asikii. Amani ni kitu ya maana. Kila mahali wakati tuimbe amani. It is very important, brother.
Kimeo admits the constant artillery blasts over the years had taken a toll on his hearing ability, a sacrifice he acknowledges.
Kinga hiyo iko na sauti mingi sana na ile inatoka wakati baada ya kulilizi hiyo projectile au bomb. Tunapata shida ya masikio. Tunakuwa tumeweka vitu kwa lakini unakuta zingine zimepasuka. Unaona ni heri uweke ile cotton pamba. Uweke. Lakini unakuta kama for example wakati nimekuatia tuliingia Somalia. Haikuwa na time ya kuweka hizo vitu. Somalia nilikaa 3 months bila kusikia. Hata saa hizi huwa sisikii poa sana.
The father of two is now a fully fledged farmer who also enjoys sports.
Kurelax. Napenda kurelax nikiangalia kwa TV kidogo. Mimi ni mtu napenda tu sports.
Yes.
Na to sports, mpira. athletics. Huwa naangalia kwa KTV kwa makakona. Mimi ni mtu wa Arsenal. Arsenal ni kusema big guns.
Yes. Big guns.
Na mimi nimekwambia ni mtu wa big guns. Dila ni man. Watoto wangu kwanza kama kiana ile.
Una bibi kwanza hapo?
Bibi yako? Ako hapa Tanzania nini? Bibi yako hapa? Ndio na kutengeneza kitu tukule ka lunch. Na kijana kwanza alikuwa anataka kuingia kwa jeshi sana.
We take a tour of his new office. He stresses on the need to watch over the environment. And as the chairman of Defense Forces Old Comrades Association, DEFOCA, in Machakos County, he now has time to catch up with his former comrades, something we witness. One can't help but admire these veterans for maintaining their bond several years after serving as brothers in arms. For Military Tales, I'm Ben Troenjua. About 19 kilometers from the capital, Nairobi, we are in
The national
Subjects taught then included regimental history, English, Swahili, elementary mathematics, geography, and map reading. After World War II, colonial military authorities introduced compulsory military education to teach English to bridge communication gaps between soldiers and commanders. Since then, there has been continuous improvement in education services. From the onset, there always were efforts to integrate academic training and professional training to support combat training and combat efficiency. This led to the interaction and signing of MOUs with universities such as the University of Nairobi, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Egerton University, and Kenyatta University. Various gaps were identified arising from KDF officers attending the public universities at the same time. This included scattered training with various doctrines, the need for a centralized certification system, the need to integrate practice and academia in the delivery of defense and security studies.
Embrace global, diverse, inclusive, innovative, dynamic, and committed to excellence and integrity.
Lessons learned from the interactions with key institutions that NDUK has had an opportunity to partner with have been used over time to inform key decisions and implementation of management and administrative frameworks. In governance and management, key organs of the university were activated within months of the core military staff assembly at Lanet. These core organs are the University Council, the University Management Board, and the University Senate.
Our training is anchored on leadership, character development, professional military training, and formal academic training. The overall objective is to produce a well-founded young military leaders who are prepared for leadership, command, and inspiration in order to attain professional military excellence.
The portfolio of NDUK colleges has Security and Strategy, JCSC, Postgraduate Diploma and Diploma in Defense and Strategic Studies, KMA, Bachelor of Science in Defense and Security Studies, IPSTC, Master of Arts in Crisis Response and Disaster Management, DevTech, 8 Technical Diploma Programs, DCHS, Bachelor of Science in Nursing with Military Health, 3 Higher Diploma Programs and 1 Diploma Program. The following academic programs will be rolled out soon. NDC, PhD in National Security and Strategy, IPSTC, PhD in Crisis and Disaster Management, Master of Arts in Gender and Peace Support Studies. JCSC, Master of Arts in Defense and Strategic Studies. DIA, Master of Arts in Military Intelligence, Master of Science in Defense Intelligence. DevTech, Master of Science in Information Technology for Defense Sciences, Master of In October 2023, the university hosted its inaugural national symposium themed Enhancing Cybersecurity for National Development, which enables stakeholders and experts to discuss evolving cyber threats and proposed measures to enhance Kenya's cybersecurity. Additionally, the university hosted the Senior Professional Military Education Commandants Forum, where commandants from various military institutions across Africa convened. This gathering of esteemed leaders reinforced the university's commitment to regional security collaboration, mutual respect, and the free exchange of knowledge among African defense institutions. The university has also established a peer-reviewed journal titled National Security. The journal is released biannually. To expand its capabilities and enhance its expertise, NDUK has engaged in partnerships and collaboration with various entities. They include the Executive Office of the President, Kenya Revenue Authority, Further, the university has been participating in the Nairobi International Trade Fair. NDUK's mandate is to offer advanced educational training, research, and academic discourse, as well as equip security personnel and agencies with knowledge and skills to offer solutions to contemporary security challenges. These achievements highlight NDUK's role as a pivotal institution in enhancing national and regional security through education and training. Tribute to the late CDF General Francis Ogola and Chairperson of the University Council.
For this week's edition of Military Tales, we take it to the skies. We visit one Kenya Air Force colonel in Kirinyaga County who served for 30 years in various capacities.
Yes, how are you, Mr. Njue? Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Karibu Mugumoine Garden.
Mugumoine?
Yeah, and particularly the home of Buteti.
Yeah. We have a sit down in his garden that he has planted a variety of trees and flowers.
My name's John Korum Buteti, and a retired officer after serving the armed forces for 30 years. I joined armed forces in 1985, and to be precise, in May 1985, and retired in 2014, August. I was born in 1962 or thereabout, in a place called Kangai in Kirinyaga. I started schooling there in Kangai. It's called Kangai Primary School. I did my CP in 1979. Then I proceeded to do my secondary school education, and I joined Machakos Technical School. I did electrical at the technician level, electrical engineering. I proceeded to do my A-levels in Jiris High School, where I did my A-levels in 1984, and I joined the armed forces in 1985. That is May, and I joined now as an Air Force cadet. I went to Lanet, and I started the training.
Fresh as a cadet, Buteti joined the Defense Training College and was later sent abroad to further his education and training.
I was posted in Laikipia Air Base, and after 1 year, I was taken to do my engineering officer's course in Kenya Defense Technical College. Then it was Kenya Armed Forces Technical College, where I did my engineering course for about 1 year and a half. That is from 1988 to early part of 89. I was seconded to go to UK and take further studies in engineering, and to be specific, I did ground radar course. That is ground engineering radar course, which again, it was mainly telecommunication. And that actually was my line of training in the armed forces. So I stayed there for 1 year. 1 year, I think, with 2 months, then came back in 1990.
When he came back, he was assigned the role of maintaining fighter jets.
February, thereabout. And again posted to Laikipia Air Base. That is where I started working as a young officer, now full lieutenant with the 2 pips. I was assigned the duties of maintenance of the jets, the ones that you see. I think that they were F5s. And I was appointed as a flight lieutenant in charge of electrical and instruments.
Over the years, Buteti rose through the ranks in the Air Force and at some point worked closely with the late Chief of Defense Forces, the late General Francis Ogola, in Laikipia Air Base when the late General was a jet pilot.
I grew. I was promoted to a captain, became officer in charge, now from flight commander to officer in charge maintenance, the same line. During that time, I did some duties like an adjutant. I have fond memories of General Ogola. One, as a colleague. At some point, General Ogola was my neighbor. Like, I was in this house, and he was like there. And there was a lot of things we used to do. He was a great man. One, a family man. Two, as a Christian. And that is where we connected most. Because before I joined the church, he was the chairman, like Air Base. I came in. I think I came in after he left. I was the chairman. So we used to to go for this military Christian fellowship. At some point, we were rank mates, majors. We were lieutenant colonels at the same time. Then, of course, because of his performance merit, he was elevated to where he went. And he has never shown any difference, even at whatever level. As a colonel, as a general, he was the same. As a pilot, I was working as an engineer there. We used to support each other.
Kano was also active in sports and was instrumental in shaping athletics in the forces.
One, I found it as a relief. To me, I was very good at sports, athletics, running. I used to do 10,000, 5,000 and 10,000. Yeah, and at the base level.
Yes,
at the base level. And it is during that time I was appointed the OIC sports and specifically athletics. And that saw me joining the team, the Laikipia team in Nyahururu as a training officer and also as the officer in charge. And during that time, I actually became a manager. That is the time we used to have the likes of the current chairman,
Paul Telgat.
Paul Telgat.
Yes.
We had people like Robert Kibet. We had people like Sigei, William Sigei.
All those who are from the armed forces.
Yes. We had Ngugi, John Ngugi.
John Ngugi.
Yes. Indeed, Sigei was from my unit. At one point, I was the manager, team manager of the cross-country, this armed forces, East and Central Africa. And of course, I had a team of my own, and my team won. That is the Kenya team. I was promoted to a lieutenant colonel and appointed SO1 plans. SO1 means Staff Officer 1 plans in Air Force headquarters.
Colonel Mbuteti stresses the importance of peace, having served in 2 peace missions, with the most notable one being in East Timor.
Back in 2000, the year 2000, that was Indonesia. East Timor was part of Indonesia. They erupted a conflict, and there was a lot of killing. A lot of killing. The country was in tatters. There was nothing. 75% of the country was actually burned down, completely burned down. To maintain peace, that was the mission number 1. 2, to rehabilitate, because we had a team of Kenyan engineers. But Bananjue, there is something maybe before we continue, I would want to highlight here. I realized all worship places were left intact. That's another thing I maybe noticed. Despite of the chaos, no worship place was touched. And that's where most of the citizens actually took refuge. Our headquarters was actually occupying the former central bank. We found money, bags and bags of money. It was rendered useless overnight. Other, is it traumatizing or chilling moments when you go out there and you see how brothers have slaughtered each other. I still remember, there is a place I went there and met fresh bodies. And the way they were killing each other, slaughtering. Sometimes it becomes emotional, Wananjwe. Because you see, mama ndio huyu, na mtoto yake ndio huyu, wamekatakatwa. We wonder why. But I think it's all because of the bitterness, the emotions that are there. Because in South Sudan, there are some areas people go for others' children only. They will come and attack a home like this, and the only person they will take is abduct a kid. And for that matter, a boy. It is there. I mean, peace is everything. Peace is everything. And it can just be lost in a day. Like in East Timor, I think it was 2 weeks and the country was burned down. And it was devalued to nothing. People died, and that country, even up to date, has not recovered.
soldiers live by the code of brotherhood, which he experienced firsthand during a swimming expedition.
As we were swimming, one of my colleagues actually got stuck in the middle of the ocean. And when I saw this, there's nothing else I can do but to jump into the ocean again. We held each other. I tried to rescue this gentleman, but nothing. We started sinking together and drowning together. And one of the guys who managed to come and rescue us, it was a Timoree, a very good Timoree who came swimming, shouting that we are drowning, and among other friends of mine who were there, that is colleagues. That's how we were rescued. So what I realized is that comradeship is very important.
After retirement, he decided to venture into counseling psychology, something he had started before retirement.
Let me say on opportunity basis.
And how was the shift? 30 years in the military to now being a civilian. That was quite a paradigm shift.
I can't say I'm fully into it because having stayed 30 years in uniform, and the only thing you know, yes sir, no sir, yes sir to your boss, and somebody is saying yes sir, saluting. There is no like, hey, hapo tutaweza, hapo buda tutaweza.
Air Force engineer who has a checkered resume is a husband and a father and has now turned to business and farming.
It was also a transition to get used to your spouse and get to know her better.
Yes.
Yeah, it was also a process. And even your children. I'm a father of 3 boys. And I realized if things has to be done, some of them have to go through
the mother.
the mother. And that's a fact of life. I remember when going to East Timor, I actually went out there. I left my wife expectant, and I came back when the kid was 5 months old. The kid was screaming. He couldn't take me on as a member of the family. Much as a Christian, I'm also a Kikuyu elder here, Kiama. And also when I joined them, they taught me a lot.
After the sit-down, we tour his farm, which he practices mixed farming. Without a doubt, he has maintained his farm with military precision.
This is one of the very important trees in our Kikuyu tradition. This is the moratina. Ikiwa mti inaitwa keratina. The fruits of the keratina or this tree it is the one that is used for brewing beer. Try it. It's very heavy.
So this one can make how many? As in, it depends. You know, it hasn't been processed yet. One of the quietest and deepest rivers in the country.
A small distance from his home, he also sells animal feeds with some grains harvested from his farm.
These are the things that we use to make this supplements.
We wrap up the visit after sharing a meal with the colonel and his wife. 30 years as the guardian of our skies with unwavering commitment to excellence, Colonel Mbuteti's service epitomizes courage, honor, and integrity. For Military Tales, I'm Ben Troy Njue. For this week's edition of Military Tales, we take it to the skies. We visit one Kenya Air Force colonel in Kirinyaga County who served for 30 years in various capacities.
Yes, how are you, Mr. Njue? Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Karibu Mugumoine Garden.
We have We travel to Gilgil, Nakuru County, where we meet one Kenya Army veteran who served in the Army for a total of 35 years.
Zaliwa mwaka wa 1953 mwezi wa 11 tarehe 23 huko Pokot ya Magharibi, sehemu inayoitwa Sigor division ambayo inaitwa Muino, huko mahali panaitwa Mtal Kapsira.
He underwent his early education in Tamgal and Nasoko primary schools.
1971 tukiwa tuko likizo ile ya kwenda watoto wako likizo, nikasema si hata mimi naweza jaribu jeshi, kwa sababu nilikuwa mkimbiaji. Basi nilipata nafasi nikaandikwa. That was August 27, 1971. Na tukapatiwa makaratasi ya kuja kuripoti. Nikakuja kuripoti FTC Lanet wakati huo mwezi wa 10.
After initial military training, Kibiwott further studied storekeeping and joined the stores department. He later on joined the Paratrooper Brigade in 1972, becoming one of the few post-independence paratroopers.
That was 1972, mwezi wa 4 na mwezi wa 5. Basi nikawa mwanamwafuli kutoka 72 mwezi wa 6 hadi 1979 mwezi wa 4. Nikatoka hapo kukawa kikosi ingine mpya iliundwa na ofisa ambaye alitoka hapo kwa para, inaitwa ATGM au anti-tank ground missile. Basi nikaenda huko nikapatiwa nafasi. Nilikuwa bado sijapewa madaraka yoyote nilipokuwa kwa mwafuli. So kikosi mpya ilipofunguliwa nikachukuliwa kwa sababu nilikuwa nimequalify kama storeman. Basi nikapewa kusimamia hiyo kikosi kama storeman. Nikapewa madaraka, nikapewa corporal July na January 1980 nikapewa sergeant. Basi nikaendelea na kazi ya stores hadi nilipo retire kwa hiyo kikosi ya missile 1994 mwezi wa 10, nikiwa nimeserve miaka 23.
After 3 years out of the army, Kibiwott made a comeback to the force as a constabulary in 1997.
Miaka 3 ikiisha nikarudi tena kwa jeshi, mahali kwa contract ingine inaitwa constabulary. Hapo nikastay kutoka mwaka huo wa 1997. Nilikuja 1997 October, ndio nilirudi kwa constabulary. Tena nikaingia kazi ile ya profession yangu ya stores. Nikafanya kazi kwa miaka 12. Nikawa nimepata madaraka ile yangu, tena nimefikia ile cheo ya sergeant.
Reverend Kibiwott, who was lucky to serve under 3 presidents, started his spiritual journey in the military, who then allowed him to study theology while still serving.
Nilikuwa nimeokoka 1982 kwa jeshi, na nilikaa hivyo na wokovu, na nikawa mtu napenda kazi ya kuhubiri. So wakati nilirudi hii ya pili nilipata nafasi, nikauliza kwa jeshi. Bishop yangu aliponipa barua baraka kwa chaplains ya jeshi, walinisaidia. Nikaweza kwenda kusoma chuo cha Biblia, nikapata diploma, na hiyo ndio iliniwezesha kukuwa ordained baada ya kuretire 2009 kwa constabulary.
He takes us down memory lane, citing the growth of the military from the 1970s till today.
Wakati wetu sheria zilikuwa bado iko na ukoloni kwa wingi. Iko mambo mengine, masaa ya kulala nini namna hiyo, ilikuwa mambo tofauti. Lakini saa hii unaona watu walitoka wanaishi nje. Kuna equipments. Hata wakati hiyo kabla yangu ya kutoka 2009 kuna equipment zile tulikuwa natumia. Wakati yangu nilikuta bunduki inaitwa SLR G3 ikakuja. Sasa kuna vitu vingi imekuja ambazo zimefanya kazi ya kijeshi na kwa rahisi. Isipokuwa kitu ninajua training ya jeshi imekuwa kali, sio kama hapo awali.
One of his most memorable moments in service was a close encounter with a lioness in Gar Batula during one of their military training exercises.
Tulienda mahali naitwa Gar Batula ndani huko. Tulipopumzika, kumbe mahali tumepumzika ni mahali nyumba ya simba. Na hii simba imezaa na watoto kidogo. Ile simba wakati tumeweka mizigo yetu chini ilinguruma na ikatoa mchanga hivi. Ile mchanga ilitolewa na simba ilinifunika na nikasirai. Wale wengine waliwaja bunduki na mapochi, watu wakatoroka. So mimi nilijisikia asubuhi nimekuwa mwangaza kidogo. Kurudi naangalia hapa bunduki, naona radio. Sasa watu walienda wapi? So what I did, nilifukua chini, nikachukua bunduki ya wenzangu yote na radio, nikaweka nikafunika. So nikatembea mpaka kitu saa 5, nikasikia ruru, kajua hiyo ni helicopter. Mimi nikachukua ile very pistol, nikapika juu white. Sasa ndege ikajua iko watu wapi. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa kitu ya kunistua kwa jeshi, kwa sababu sikuwahi kukutana na simba namna hiyo.
He notes the security challenges that have necessitated new war strategies.
Wakati wetu ile training tulikuwa nafanya ilikuwa inafaa kwa wakati huo, lakini naona dunia imebadilika. Mambo ya Al-Shabaab, sijui Al-Qaeda, tangu hizi vitu imekuja, imelazimisha jeshi kubadilisha, na sio ya Kenya peke yake.
The former paratrooper shares some of the lessons he picked up in the army.
Unaona, kujitegemea. Mimi sina mali ya wasasi yangu. Hizi vitu yote niko nayo ni zangu. Tulikuwa na wazee walitufundisha ya kwamba ukipata 10, kula 8 wacha 2. Na walitrain hivyo, na wengi wale ambao walifuata raha wako shida hata kwa uzeni yao, lakini yule alishika hiyo. Kile ningekuambia tu ni kwamba jeshi ilinifunza kujitegemea.
The Reverend credits his family as his pillar of strength.
Mimi nilioa mke wangu wa kwanza akaaga, Mungu akamuita. Nikaoa mke ambaye niko nayo sasa. Nina watoto 5 yangu biological children, na watoto 2 ambao ni adopted.
Other than preaching, Reverend Kibiwot is a farmer, a businessman, and security consultant who likes exercising to relax.
Baada ya kuretire nilipewa kanisa, nimehubiri. 2011 nikakuwa ordained reverend. Hadi wa sasa bado ninahubiri nikiwa na katika umri ya mwaka 71. Mimi niliunda kampuni yangu ya security. Mimi ni director. Na bado ninaendelea na hiyo kazi. Mimi ni mtu ya kutembea, napenda walk. Wakati nimekaa kuna kitu hapa, naweza toka hapa nisunguke niende mpaka center nikiwa na tracksuit, nisunguke nirudi hapa kwangu. Hiyo tu, nirudi kwa TV yangu, kwa Biblia.
Having served as a soldier for more than 30 years, the former officer reminds Kenyans to remain peaceful and harmonious at all times.
Ukitaka hata Kenya hii develop zaidi na iweze kufanya hawa wengine majirani waweze kujua ya kwamba amani ni kitu ya dhamana na haiwezi kukuja tu peke yake. Watu wachunge ulimi, watu wachunge matendo, watu wachunge namna ya kukaa na kuishi. You can live anywhere, you can live with anybody as long as unajua kile kitu ambayo unataka katika maisha, na ujue kile mwingine anataka. Awe Msomali, awe mtu ya Ethiopia, awe Muganda, kile wewe unataka hata yeye anataka. Kwa hivyo kitu kizuri ningesema kwa Wakenya wachunge amani kila mmoja.
For Military Tales, I'm Ben Troy Njue. For this week's edition of Military Tales, we travel to Mombasa County to meet one of Kenya Defence Forces veteran, Teresia Habin, who served in the Kenya Army and retired as a senior sergeant.
Nimezaliwa sehemu ya Garsen, location ya Salama location, mwaka wa 62. Lakini mwaka wa 68 wazazi wakahama from Tana River wakaenda Lamu. Na hapo Lamu ndio niko mpaka saa hizi, na nilianzia skuli yangu ya primary Peketoni, mwaka wa 72 wakati tulipohamia tu hapo. Nikafanya mtihani wangu wa CPE na nikaitwa Tarasa High School. Nikaenda pale nikasoma miaka 2, halafu nikaingia jeshi mwaka wa 80.
She was part of the first batch of women to join the military from Lamu, enrolling in the Kenya Army in 1980.
Mwaka wa 80, 27 December ndo nimereport Lang'ata ambako ndio nilifanyia training yangu ya kurutu for 6 months. Halafu nikapelekwa Women Service Corps kama kikosi changu cha kwanza ambako wanawake wakati ule miaka hiyo walikuwa wakifanya kazi.
Habin admits it was not a walk in the park, especially being a woman back then and from the coast.
Kwa kusema kweli haikuwa kwa mawazo yangu kuingia jeshi, lakini niliposikia December hiyo, it was during the holidays, niliposikia kwa wanajeshi wanakuja kuchukuliwa Lamu, mimi nikaenda. Ni ile hali tu ya kutaka kubuni mambo, nikaenda na tulikuwa wanawake 3 na bahati tukachukuliwa 2. Tuseme mimi naweza kusema nilikuwa mwanamke wa kwanza kuingia jeshi miaka ile kutoka Lamu County.
She was attached to a women corps wing of the Lang'ata barracks. She also trained as a clerk in the military. As a female soldier in the 80s, she was able to navigate through challenges like his male counterparts. He recalls one frightening incident during training.
Katika jeshi hakuna ugumu, sababu kama mwenzako anaweza kuchimba shimo aingie ambao ulikuwa unaitwa handaki, nawe pia unachimba lazima uingie. Kama ni kitu ambacho kinaitwa route march, you have to walk. Kama ni kilomita 10 ambazo mwenzako ametembea na mko pamoja na umebeba mzigo na yeye amebeba mzigo, lazima na wewe utembee kama yeye. So tulipoenda kichakani kufundishwa jinsi ya kuchimba handaki, jinsi ya kuhepa adui na kujisaidia, mahali nilipo roll kuamka hivi nikaamka kuna nyoka yuko pale na siwezi kuondoka. Asa ilikuwa ni pale nipige yowe nije nisaidiwe na instructor na hairuhusiwi. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa kitu ambacho kidogo kilinichanganya, lakini nashukuru Mungu hata ile nyoka haiko niuma na ile nyoka ikaja ikasaidiwa ikauawa pale na alikuwa nyoka mkubwa.
In 1982, during the botched coup, a women corps unit was on standby to quell the violence that was within the city.
Tukaambiwa tuamke haraka sana na tukaamka. Na nilipoamka kulikuwa na mabunduki mengi, kulikuwa na vita vinaendelea, lakini ilikuwa hatuelewi ni nini. Tukaenda tukaambiwa tuvae uniform, tukaenda mahali panaitwa Parade Square hapo tu ndani. Tukaelezwa kuwa serikali imechukuliwa na majeshi na tutulie. Sisi kama Women Service Corps wale waliopindua hakuturuhusu tutoke pale ndani ya kambi. Tulikaa tu mahali tulipokuwa. So wale tuliokuwa nao wakubwa zetu wakatuambia tutulie tungoje kitakacho endelea.
Later on in 1989, Teresia would be the first woman presenter of the famous Salamu za Majeshi radio program in the then VOK, now KBC, where she also rubbed shoulders with media veterans like Leonard Mambo Mbotela.
1989, jeshi waliona ni vizuri niende. Kulikuwa na mwenzangu ambaye alikuwa anafanya Salamu za Majeshi, alikuwa anaitwa Sid Joseph na mzee Mwangemi, na wote walikuwa natoka jeshi na wakasema hii nafasi tabaki bila mtu. So wakanichukua na wakanambia niende. By then it was VOK. Nikaenda kufanya interview na alinifanyisha Leonard Mambo na nikapita. Na akasema hiyo sauti anaipenda. Kwa hivyo nikaandiwa over na nikapelekwa Kenya Institute of Mass Communication for 3 months. Paka wakati nilipokuja nikaondoka.
She recalls back in the day the military did not send female soldiers on foreign peace missions, but that has now changed.
Wakati ule tulipoingia jeshi hiyo miaka ya 80, kina mama walikuwa hawaendi nje. Sisi ilikuwa ni kukaa tu ndani. Ukishakumaliza training unatafutiwa course. Unaenda course fulani, unaenda unatachiwa katika units za jeshi unafanya kazi. Kwa hivyo wakati wangu nilikuwa niko pale miaka ile niliokaa mimi sikuweza kwenda nje.
Teresia commends the military for engaging veterans in nation building. Her military background saw her secure after retirement job as a security supervisor in a number of 5-star hotels in the coast.
Wakati nilitoka I was even the first woman to be a security officer in Indian Reef. Waliposikia tu nimetoka jeshi wakanichukua as a security officer, si mlangoni bali kusimamia hoteli nzima, and it was a 5-star hotel. So that is a skill ambayo pia anajivunia.
She enjoys spending time in the church during her free time and tending to her duties as the Kenya Veterans for Peace coordinator in Lamu County. Now retired, Teresia is engaged in farming, beadwork and other businesses.
Mimi ni mkulima, huwa ninafanya kilimo biashara na ninafanya biashara zangu za vikapu, nimejinvolve kuuza vikapu na pia beadwork, natengeneza shanga nikiuza kwa udogo na kwa wingi.
She has rallied Kenyans to cement the unity and peace that binds us together despite the continent's many challenges.
Hata ugumu ukiwako, tuendelee kumwamini Mungu kuwa siku moja Mungu atafanya wepesi wa mambo.
For Military Tales,
wanukumbuke kuwa nimetumia salamu za majeshi kwa wingi na upendo.
I'm Ben Troy Njue.
We journey about 470 kilometers from the capital Nairobi to Kaloleni, Kilifi County. We are here in Sakalarovu, that is in Kaloleni, Kilifi County, and we are here to meet one Kenya Army veteran who served the Kenya Army for 32 years in the engineering department as a plant operator.
Hapa ni Kaloleni, Sakalarovu.
Venye iko smooth, mtu anapanda hadi huko juu ikiwa hivyo. Telezi.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana, asante.
Mimi naitwa Rawson Kazungutuma. Ni mzaliwa wa Kaloleni, Sakalarovu. Nilizaliwa mwaka wa 1954. Nilianza kusoma mwaka wa 61 Chilulu Primary School. Nikaenda shule ya upili kule Mombasa Secondary School ambayo sasa haiko tena. 1976 January nikajiunga na kikosi cha ulinda usalama wa Kenya. Nilipojiunga 1976 tukaenda Lanet kule Nakuru kwa training yetu. Nilikuwa napenda kikosi cha jeshi na vile pia msukumo wangu mkubwa ilikuwa ni kupata kazi. So hawa watu wanajeshi walipokuja Kilifi, nilipojaribu, hakika Mungu ni wa ajabu, kwa sababu kilo zangu zilikuwa zimepungua na kilo 2. Ikawa ya kwamba niwachwe, lakini Mungu ni wa miujiza. Nikachukuliwa na daktari mmoja. Baada ya miezi 9 ikawa ya kwamba ni tugawanye kwa vikosi. Mimi nilibahatika kwenda kikosi cha engineers ambacho kilikuwa ni Nanyuki. Kikosi kile cha engineer kulikuwa kuna department tofauti. Department tofauti hizo, mimi nikajiunga na department ya matingatinga ambayo nilijifundisha plant operator. Na baadaye engineers yetu ikapanuka. Ilipopanuka ikazaa 12 engineers. Tukawa huko, baadaye kukazaliwa tena kikosi kingine cha water drilling, kikosi cha kuchimba maji. Water drilling hiyo mimi nikawa mmoja wao. Nilikaa Thika kwa muda wa miaka 12. Nikawa senior operator, nikawa instructor. Nilipokuwa instructor, kikosi kimoja kilikuwa kimezaliwa tena School of Engineers kule Isiolo. Mimi nikaenda huko, nikaenda kuwa instructor, na huko pia nako nilimaliza miaka 10. Mambo ya plant operator mpaka nikawa senior instructor plant operator.
As a young officer in the 70s, Tsuma was part of the last security forces deployed in northern Kenya in the Shifta War.
Sisi ndio tulikuwa watu wa mwisho kumaliza Shifta. Sijui kama unajua habari ya Shifta. Northeastern. Bas, sisi ndio tulikuwa tuna flash out wale shifters.
Ilikuwa aje kwa sababu Shifta ilimalizwa kabisa na hiyo story tukasahau?
Basi ilikuwa ya kwamba mpaka twende ndani door to door tuchukue bunduki. Na halafu tujue nani anaingia ndani ya Kenya, kwa sababu wao walikuwa wanatoka Somali. Na hata hiyo NFD walikuwa wanasema ya kwamba it is part of Somali. So ilikuwa ni lazima tuchukue tukiwa na wale watu tuwatoe, na wakatoka, waliisha.
In 1998, when a war broke out in Eritrea, Tsuma was part of the United Nations peace mission in the country.
Peacekeeping kule Eritrea. Tukisema Eritrea ni ile jimbo la Ethiopia ambayo liligawanyika kidogo. So tukaenda huko peacekeeping kwa muda wa mwaka mmoja. Na nikarudi Isiolo. Nikafanya mwaka mmoja. 2007 nikaretire.
The veteran recalls one incident where part of their convoy was blown up by a landmine during the trip to Eritrea.
Tukawa tuko na convoy ya magari 5. Basi kufikia mahali katikati huko kukatokea gari ya Eritrea inakuja opposite direction. Gari hiyo ililipuliwa na landmine, sisi tukiona na macho. Tulikaa hapo 6 hours. Wale ambao walikuwa ndani ya hiyo gari walikufa, walikuwa watu 3. Tulishikwa na roho ya kubabaika ya kwamba sasa sisi tunajipeleka kufa. Mbele yetu na sisi ndio tunafuata wao. Kumbe system yao ilikuwa ni asubuhi wafanye reki na umbwa wa kunusa zile landmines.
As a soldier, he notes the sacrifices those in the military make during their operations, some of which are heart-stopping.
Nakumbuka siku moja tukua Isiolo, tukaenda mpaka mbele ya Isiolo huko, njia hiyo ya kuelekea Maraland. Usiku basi ilibidi tutete na Python. Manake yuko hapo njiani na sisi tunataka kupita. Tulimuhepa. Tena challenge ile ingine ni kwamba tulivuka mto wa Sonyiro na usiku hujui mahali unakanyaga ni wapi. So mnashikana hivi na hivi. Munapita.
The veteran outlines what his duties as a warrant officer 2 entailed.
Warrant officer 2 ana collect troops ngapi? 3.
Kama ngapi hivi?
Troops 3 hizo. Moja ni 36. Naona sasa inawekwa warrant officer mmoja hapo. Na nikawa mmoja wao. Mimi nilikuwa ninaeleza ya kwamba leo kazi yetu leo ni hivi na hivi na hivi. Alafu niko na wale seniors ambao ninawapa kama supervisors. Wanacheck, wanaletea report.
What are some of the advancement he noticed in the military over the years?
Changes ziko. 76 vikosi zilikuwa chache sana. Hata kupanda madaraja haya ilikuwa ni ngumu. Kupata cheo ni ngumu. Mtu hawezi kaa kwa muda wa miaka 12 bila kupata cheo. So akienda na bidii yake anapata cheo.
The veteran has a word of advice for serving soldiers.
Kazi ya kuwa mwanajeshi kwanza ni ujitolee wewe mwenyewe na roho yako. Roho yako ujue ya kwamba wewe ni mwanajeshi, unahudumia nchi nzima.
He is glad the military taught him life skills that he shares with us.
Usiwe na madharau kwa mtu yeyote, either mdogo ama mkubwa, ama kabila ingine yoyote ile.
As the chairman of Difoka, Kilifi County, he spells out some of his roles touching on the recently passed Veterans Act.
Mahitaji yao ni nini ya wale members wenzetu. Halafu kama kuko chochote kile ambacho kinatoka Nairobi kinakuja kwa chairman, na mimi pia nahakikisha nimedistribute kwa zile sub counties wale officials. Halafu hao officials wanagawanya kwa wale members. Juhudi nyingine ya mimi chairman, nikisikia kwamba mtu ni mgonjwa naenda kumtembelea. So msaada ule ambao tunatazamia serikali itupee ni msaada wao wenyewe, wakisema wanajeshi hawa wafanyiwe hivi, basi tupate kutoka huko.
Now retired since 2007, Tsuma has a number of activities to earn his daily bread.
Nilikuwa na meja mmoja akaniambia, mzee Kazungu, ukitoka hapa usiende kurauka tena kuenda kutafuta shilingi. Wacha shilingi ikufuate hapo nyumbani. So nikashika ukulima. Mimi ninalima mahindi, kunde, pojo, na hata pia ni mfugaji. Ng'ombe wangu ndio hawa. Hapa niko na mtambo ya mahindi, ya kusiaga mahindi, posho mill. Hiyo niliweka hata kabla kuja retire. Imenisaidia sana.
To pass time, he loves reading and watching documentaries on agriculture and environmental conservation.
Mambo ambayo najihusisha nayo, kwanza mimi ni mhubiri. Kwa sababu Mungu alinilinda na alikuwa na purpose ya kwamba mimi pengine nikaweza kutangaza neno lake. Nahubiri. Naangalia TV, kuangalia news, kama vile jana kulikuwa kunatendeka Nairobi. Alafu tena TV hiyo si kuangalia tu picha peke yake, lakini iko na mafundisho mengi. So wakati nina relax huwa naangalia ukulima. Bas na mara nyingine na relax na watoto wangu, wanaangalia vile vipindi ambavyo wanataka, hata mimi pia na wajoy.
Tsuma reminds Kenyans on the value of peace.
Kujengeka hiyo Kenya ni sisi tuwe na amani. Ningeomba watoto wangu, ndugu zangu na baba zangu wawe na utulivu, na serikali naye iwe na ile uwiano ya kwamba ikaweze kusikiliza mwananchi wa chini, ili kwamba tukaweze kupata hiyo amani, ndio Kenya ijengeke.
Rawson Zuma is in his 70s, but he hasn't lost his energy and determination, which he credits the military. For Military Tales, I'm Ben Troy Njue.
Fanya hivi, nitatoa 100 yangu hapa hivi, utapitia baadaye pale kantini uchukue change.
Ndio hii 100, chukua hii 100. I will not let you sisters of Delilah to trick me to tell you something that you shouldn't know even at the first place.
Oh wow, it has come to this, huh? Girls, did you hear what we are now?
Omera, you cannot allow yourself to be humiliated like that. No man should ever bend low. Don't do it.
Beg yourself for what? Huh? I am in no mood for your games, Fala. Of course, I have begged myself for transport.
Tulikuwa tumekaa tu nyumbani na mama hapo tunatulia.
Mamako?
Mamako? Si mamangu, manzi yangu.
Nani?
Manzi yangu.
Mke nasikia umeoa mwisho ni mdogo kushinda huyo. Sasa si wewe ndio umemwandisha hiyo tabia?
I can do it. Hata wazazi. Kwa hivyo mimi nilikufa. Kwa maisha ndugu yangu. Aha, are you single or married?
None of them business. Sasa hiyo inahusika wapi na hiyo?
Unaona hata huyu utapata hapo na mtoto kidogo.
Wewe.
Hiyo ndio shida.
Wewe toka.
Wewe heshimu koti.
Wewe usimtafutie bibi.
Heshimu koti. Wewe heshimu koti, heshimu koti. Ngendo alikukubali amepata.
moja katika jinsi ya kuweza kujibiwa dua za Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ni kwa kufanya rakaa 2 na kusoma dua. Ukiwa na haja yote, jambo lolote unalitaka katika mambo yako ya kidini na dunia na akhera, nenda shika udhu, swali swala ya suna au rakaa 2 au swala ya faradhi, unakuwa karibu kiwa na Allah subhanahu.
We thank you for the gift that you gave to all the gods.
I'm a singer, a model, a dancer, and also a kid influencer. So far I've won Best Casual Wear, Second Princess, Preaching Miss Moranga, and Preaching Miss Fashionista.
Yetu ni ya lugha ya Kiswahili. Ndiyo, kitabu kinajiita Karani Ajuta.
Today I'm going to be showing you all how to make pilau. And today I'm going to show you how to make a ladybug family.
Bonjour, bonjour, comment ça va? She did not know. She had no idea that she had been sold.
Before you think about raising that weapon against your neighbor, take a step back and think of the consequences.
Vita si nzuri duniani. Vita zikiwa bahari, kuna usalama.
Anytime you point a gun at someone, it's some conscience of should ring on your mind.
The issue of conflicts and how it disrupts lives, and as a person who has lived with a disability as a result of conflict, I will say we need a mass sensitization.
Differently.
Wiki hii kwenye Mkulima tumejikita Mzizi Pwani. Tutaongeza mnazi thamani.
Ukulima uko na rasilimali nyingi ambao sisi kama wapwani bado hatujatekeleza. Na tukitia bidii katika ukuzaji ule wa mimea kama minazi, ziko faida nyingi tu ambazo tuweza pata.
Kisha kilimo cha machungwa. Usikose kujumuika nami siku ya Jumamosi kuanzia saa 10:30 upate uhondo kamili wa kilimo.
We might never get Alice back. Do you know that?
What? Magini aje. Cheki tupatane hapo kwa gates. Sai. Sawa.
Do you think I should bring some people here to watch over you and the house?
Blackie can still find me hata nikiwa na mapolisi 50 hapo.
Sometimes I just wish she was my daughter. I'm telling you, you'll be dead by now. The guy wants money. I have the money. Give me the location.
He also wants me there.
Why?
Hata mimi sijui.
Do not take a gun to that meeting. Be careful, we'll take her out there.
What do you mean, why?
I don't trust him and he's carrying a gun right inside.
Yo siku ya ndovu kumla mwanawe. Sote tuwagane, sote tukaribishane.
Shukran. Yamkini ni sisi. Nairobi.
Ati dansa kudonjo ni dansa majuu. Dansa ikishika unazungusha mguu.
Wazazi wamechangia pakubwa katika kumomonyoka kwa maadili ya watoto wao.
Wazazi wanakosa kuwa mfano mwema kwa watoto wao. Hii inatokea pale ambapo wanakuwa na migogoro na kugombana mbele ya watoto wao.
Wazazi wengine pia ni wema na wana maadili mema, na hivyo unapata watoto pia wanafuata maadili mazuri ya wazazi wao.
Kanda la muua la jana, chungu kaona kivuno. Nomino chungu ipo katika ngeli gani?
Hiyo katika ngeli ya awa.
Jadili kauli hii ukirejelea tamthilia.
Tunapata kuona kuwa Yona anajutia alichokuwa kikifanya kwa kuwa alikuwa analewa sana na kusahau familia yake.
To parents who are at home wondering, what are we going to do with our children? And what can we do? What can we help? How do we keep peace these long holidays?
I believe if a teen gets the support they need, if a teen gets the love they need, they will not end up in places where I ended up.
Parents need to be vulnerable and talk to their children about affairs, about things. Affairs meaning that, yes.
Have you taught your children these family values? Do they know how to check for these family values in other people?
The goal of parenting is for you to provide your child with a skill set to live independently of you at the right time, not when they are 40.
Wiki hii kwenye mkulima tumejikita Mzizi Pwani. Tutaongeza mnazi thamani.
Ukulima uko na rasilimali nyingi ambao sisi kama wapwani bado hatujatekeleza, na tukitia bidii katika ukuzaji ule wa mimea kama minazi, ziko faida nyingi tu ambazo tutaweza pata.
Kisha kilimo cha machungwa. Usikose kujumuika nami siku ya Jumamosi kuanzia saa 10:30 upate uhondo kamili wa kilimo.
We might never get Alice back. Do you know that?
What? Magini aje. Cheki tupatane hapo kwa gates. Sai. Sawa.
Do you think I should bring some people here to watch over you and the house?
Blackie can still find me hata nikiwa na mapolisi 50 hapo.
Sometimes I just wish she was my daughter.
I'm telling you, you'll be dead by now.
The guy wants money. I have the money. Give me the location.
He also wants me there.
Why?
Hata mimi sijui.
Do not take a gun to that meeting. Be careful, we'll take her out there.
What do you mean? Why?
I don't trust him and he's carrying a gun. Right inside.
Before you think about raising that weapon against your neighbor, take a step back.
Upstanding to receive the Chancellor's procession.
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, the band will lead us in 3 anthems. The first one, the national anthem, then the East Africa Community Anthem, and then the National Defense University Anthem. During the playing of the National Defense University Kenya Anthem, those wearing headdress will not be required to salute. Band, please. Thank you, Band. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, I request that we remain upstanding for a word of prayer. I call upon the University Chaplain, Colonel Father George Maingi, to dress forward and bless this event. Father.
Let us pray. Good and loving God, we thank you for the completion of another academic year and for giving us the opportunity to play a part in the lives of our new graduates. We are grateful for your guidance and love as we shared in this important work. O God, gracious and loving, we ask now for your almighty hand to be upon our graduates as they and their families celebrate this grand milestone. May they find comfort, strength, and excellence of their academic preparation from our community's continued embrace and support as they journey through life. Bless their lives from this day on with goodness and success. Enable them to stay true to their dreams for your greater glory, to discern what is right, good, and just, and to use their gifts wisely and in service to others. Empower them to walk in the future with faith, hope, and great love, guided by your light, so that they may use their talents to serve you, O God, through service to humanity, and change the world to be our better home, our better common home. Grace be to them, grace be to all of us. Through your holy name, we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Colonel Father Maingi. Your Excellency, Sir, Chancellor Sir, it is now my honor to call upon the Vice Chancellor, National Defense University, Kenya, to formally constitute this assembly as the second convocation of National Defense University, Kenya. Vice Chancellor, sir.
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, acting on the powers conferred by the Universities Act number 42 of 2012, Section 39(2), A and B, the National Defense University Kenya Charter 2021, paragraph 25, 1 and 2, and Statute 60, I hereby constitute this assembly as the second convocation of National Defense University Kenya.
Thank you, sir. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, we may now take our seats. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, kindly allow me to take you through the program of this day. We shall commence this ceremony with a song, Nina Siri, by Yellow Wagoners, by Ruben Kigame originally, but now being done by our band, Yellow Wagoners. After entertainment, sir, the Registrar Academic Affairs will ground this ceremony in law as he cites the National Defense University Kenya Charter and Statutes on conferment of degrees and award of diplomas. The Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Student Affairs will then guide the conferment and awarding ceremonies. The Registrar, Academic Affairs, will thereafter administer the Alumni Pledge to the graduating class. I will then invite the Vice Chancellor, National Defense University Kenya, to make his remarks and lead us through a period of speeches. After the speeches, the band will close this session by playing the national anthem. The Chancellor's recession will then depart this venue, led by the mace bearer and escorts to the mace. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, will plant a tree to commemorate this auspicious occasion thereafter. After the planting of the tree, sir, there will be a photo session for Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, with the following. Council members, the first exposure will be with the council members, cabinet secretaries, and principal secretaries. The second exposure will be with serving generals. The third exposure will be with the Kenya Oral Strategic History, KOSH, Technical Committee and research teams and retired generals. The last one, sir, the fourth one, will be with the National Defense University Kenya staff and visiting vice chancellors. It is requested that at that time when they are leaving for the photo session, the rest will remain in this venue as the recession leaves this venue. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, we shall now have a short period of entertainment by Yellow Wagoners Band singing the song Nina Siri, originally composed by Israel Mboni.
Nina siri na Yesu yanifanya niwe jasiri, kwa amani nayo dhiki
Thank you very much, Yellow Wagoners Band. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, please allow me to now invite the Registrar Academic Affairs, Dr. Stephen Mailu, to cite the legal anchorage for today's event. Registrar Academic Affairs, sir.
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, in accordance with the National Defense University Kenya Charter 2021, paragraph 25(1) and 2, the university is authorized by Statute 60 to confer degrees and award diplomas and certificates in programs approved by the University Senate. Chancellor Sir, in the 2023-2024 academic year, a total of 227 graduates satisfied their respective college academic boards on examinations and the University Senate for the conferment of various degrees and award of diplomas of National Defense University Kenya.
Thank you, sir. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, please allow me to call upon the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Student Affairs, Professor Anne Muigai, to lead us in the conferment of degrees and awarding of diplomas. Deputy Vice Chancellor, ma'am.
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, allow me to call upon the Commandant, National Defense College, Lieutenant General Juma Munyikai, and Dr. Samuel Kamau, the Head of Programs, to present graduates for the conferment of the various master's degrees of National Defense University Kenya in the following order: Master of Arts in National Security and Strategy, Master of Science in Technology and Intelligence Studies, Master of Arts in Strategic Intelligence Communication, Master of Arts in Intelligence, Security and Policy Studies. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, some of our graduates from National Defense College were not able to be with us physically today. They are, however, following this graduation ceremony online and hence will graduate in absentia. Will the graduates who will be receiving the master's degrees rise and present yourselves for the conferment of the degree in the order in which your names will be called?
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, I have the honor to present the following 50 candidates who during the 2023-2024 academic year satisfied the College Academic Board on examination of National Defense College and the University Senate for the conferment of Master of Arts in National Security and Strategy of National Defense University, Kenya. Brigadier Kantai, Kenya. Brigadier Kemei, Kenya. Brigadier Lekolol, Kenya. Brigadier Mitoko, Kenya. Brigadier Mutisia, Kenya. Colonel Abdullahi, Nigeria. Colonel Awala, Kenya. Colonel Birech, Kenya. Colonel Jere, Zambia. Colonel Kabuhungu, Burundi. Colonel Kamanda, Rwanda. Colonel Kicha, Ethiopia. Colonel Kofa, Kenya. Colonel Makori, Kenya. Colonel Mbidhi, Kenya. Colonel Mungori, Kenya. Colonel Mutai, Kenya. Colonel Mwangi, Kenya. Colonel Masonya, Tanzania. Colonel Njuguna, Kenya. Colonel Onyango, Kenya. Colonel Saidi, Kenya. Colonel Sesanga, Uganda. Colonel Teimuge, Kenya. Colonel Wasomi, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Maina, Kenya. SSP Nyonje, National Police Service. SSP Silgich, National Police Service. Dr. Ndonga, Minister of Health. Dr. Were, Minister of Health. Ms. Akumu, Minister of Interior and National Administration. Ms. Gatimu, Kenya Prison Service. Ms. Jemutai, Kenya Revenue Authority. Ms. Maingi, Ministry of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs. Ms. Muita, Kenya Wildlife Service. Ms. Mwenje, Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Ms. Njoka, National Intelligence Service. Mr. Gichuki, Kenya Revenue Authority. Mr. Guyo, Ministry of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs. Mr. Kabuti, National Intelligence Service. Mr. Mbiuki, Ministry of Interior and National Administration. Mr. Mutu, Ministry of Interior and National Administration. Mr. Rono, Kenya Forest Service. Mr. Wekesa, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, the following 6 candidates are following the graduation online. Major General Karki, Nepal. Brigadier General Ahmed, Bangladesh. Brigadier General Hamal, Nepal. Brigadier General Khedr, Egypt. Brigadier Mehta, India. Ms. Wamboi, Kenya Wildlife Service. Please wait for the conferment of the degree by the Chancellor.
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, I have the honor to present the following 20 candidates who during the 2023-2024 academic year satisfied the College Academic Board on Examinations of the National Intelligence and Research University College and the University Senate for the conferment of various master's degrees of National Defense University, Kenya. Master of Science in Technology and Intelligence Studies, Karinga Charles, Kenywa Susan, Muigai Francis, Motuko Emmanuel, Ochar Vincent, Ochieng Dorrington, Otieno Kevin, Rioba Sabure, Washira John, Wanjiro Kelvin. Master of Arts in Strategic Intelligence Communication, Apondi Macrin, Lenarum Nene, Moya Susan, Mwakamba Agnes, Odake Victor, Odhiambo Frederick, Odende Evans, Otieno Irene, Sang Haron, Master of Arts in Intelligence, Security and Policy Studies, Kutu Gaddafi. Please wait for the conferment of the degree by the Chancellor.
May I kindly request all the academic members of staff, principals and heads of colleges, vice chancellors, and all our guests in academic regalia to rise up for the conferment of the master's degrees. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, allow me to request you to confer the Master of Arts in National Security and Strategy, Master of Science in Technology and Intelligence Studies, Master of Arts in Strategic Intelligence Communication, Master of Arts in Intelligence, Security and Policy Studies, degrees of National Defense University, Kenya. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir.
presented to me to the Masters of National Defense University, Kenya, for which you have been educated, trained, examined, and qualified, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give power to read and to do all that appertains to this degree. Congratulations.
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, I request that we take our seats.
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, allow me to call upon the Commandant, Joint Command and Staff College, Major General Eric Kinuthia, to present graduates for the award of the Postgraduate Diploma in Defense and Strategic Studies of National Defense University, Kenya. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, some of our graduates from the Joint Command and Staff College were not able to be physically with us today. They are, however, following this graduation ceremony online and hence will graduate in absentia. Will the graduates who will be receiving the postgraduate diploma rise and remain standing in the order in which your names will be called?
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, I have the honor to present the following 74 candidates who during the 2023-2024 academic year satisfied the College Academic Board on Examinations of Joint Command and Staff College and the University Senate for the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Defense and Strategic Studies of National Defense University, Kenya. Distinction: Lieutenant Colonel Kamais, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Laja, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Mukoro, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Mulei, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Mwoki, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Mwagandi, Kenya. Lieutenant Major Mukaya, Kenya. Credit: Lieutenant Colonel Aboto, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Chacha, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Charo, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Cheronye, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Kalama, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Kanda, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Kaptuei, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Kivogo, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Kipkokei, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Kirwa, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Maalim, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Maina, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Maina Leonard, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Makau, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Marigat, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Misoi, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Moyo, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Mushemi, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Mushugu, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Mujei, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Mukala, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Mudhuri, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Dirangu, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Ndoiga, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Ngeno, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Njue, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Nyenya, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Ogutu, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Okuoyo, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Ulusi, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Ongoro, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Orondo, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Papa, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Sigei, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Waigwa, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Wakasiaka, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Wangeshi, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Yogo, Kenya. Major Chembezi, Malawi. Major Dede, Kenya. Major Gishuru, Kenya. Major Muimi, Kenya. Major Murima, Kenya. Major Obini, Uganda. Pass. Lieutenant Colonel Mushugia, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Mukugi, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Ntibainya, Burundi. Lieutenant Colonel Omoro, Kenya. Major Masafu, Kenya. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, the following 18 candidates are following the graduation online. Distinction, Major Kamal, India. Credit, Lieutenant Colonel Aboud, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Hussein, Egypt. Lieutenant Colonel Kadka, Nepal. Lieutenant Colonel Kisavi, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Mayo, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Mano, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Sum, Kenya. Major Karekezi, Rwanda. Major Nganga, Kenya. Major Omari, Kenya. Major Dhumbi, Kenya. Major Pongezi, Rwanda. Pass, Colonel Golden Huis, South Africa. Major Chaka, Kenya. Major Ho, South Sudan. Major Mayo, Kenya. And lastly, Major Ngingo from Tanzania. Please wait for the award of the postgraduate diploma by the Chancellor.
May I kindly request all the academic members of staff, principals and heads of colleges, vice chancellors, and all our guests in academic regalia to rise up for the conferment of the degree of postgraduate diploma. Your Excellency Chancellor Sir, allow me to request you to award the postgraduate diploma in Defense and Strategic Studies of National Defense University, Kenya. Your Excellency Chancellor Sir.
I award the persons presented to me the postgraduate diploma in Defense and Strategic Studies of the National Defense Kenya University, for which you have been educated, trained, examined, and qualified. Congratulations.
Your Excellency Chancellor Sir, I request that we take our seats.
Your Excellency Chancellor Sir, allow me to call upon the Principal, Defense College of Health Sciences, Colonel Margaret Wamboi, Commandant, Joint Command and Staff College, Major General Eric Kinuthia, Commandant, National Defense College, Lieutenant General Juma Munyikai, to present graduates for the award of diplomas of National Defense University, Kenya, in the following order: Defense College of Health Sciences, Joint Command and Staff College, and finally, National Defense College. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, some of our graduates from the National Defense College and the Joint Command and Staff College were not able to be with us physically today. They are, however, following this graduation online and hence will graduate in absentia. Will the graduates who will be receiving the diplomas rise and remain standing in the order in which your names will be called?
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, I have the honor to present the following 5 candidates who during the 2023-2024 academic year certified the College Academic Board of Examinations of Defense College of Health Sciences at the University Senate for the award of Higher Diploma in Clinical Medicine and Surgery Anesthesia for National Defense University, Kenya. Senior Sergeant Motinda, Sergeant Kipkemei, Sergeant Getari, Sergeant Mwakitau, Sergeant Ouma. Please wait for the award of the diploma by the Chancellor. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, I have the honor to present the following 15 candidates who during the 2023-2024 academic year certified the College Academic Board on Examinations of Defense College of Health Sciences at the University Senate for the award of Higher Diploma in Critical Care Nursing of National Defense University, Kenya. Senior Sergeant Kingo, Senior Sergeant Lopetet, Senior Sergeant Makoha, Senior Sergeant Mwakio, Sergeant Kip Kirui, Sergeant Mbori, Sergeant Mugera, Sergeant Morioki, Sergeant Mutua, Sergeant Mwaluma, Sergeant Ndenge, Sergeant Okoth, Sergeant Omondi, Mr. Kimnyan, Mr. Onyambu. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, I have the honor to present the following 28 candidates who during the 2023-2024 academic year certified the College Academic Board on Examinations of Defense College of Health Sciences at the University Senate for the award of Diploma in Kenya Registered Community Health Nursing of National Defense University, Kenya. Senior Sergeant Ekea, Senior Sergeant Kimeli, Senior Sergeant Omondi, Sergeant Gashanja, Sergeant Gashao, Sergeant Godia, Sergeant Kisengu, Sergeant Kogo, Sergeant Mode, Sergeant Moyundo, Sergeant Jenga, Sergeant Oluoch, Sergeant Ombati, Sergeant Ravi, Corporal Bosire, Corporal Moriungi, Corporal Kikete, Corporal Modoni, Corporal Mwangi, Corporal Ndichu, Corporal Dunge, Corporal Ngemu, Corporal Dige, Senior Private Bonaya, Senior Private Khan, Senior Private Kirogo, Senior Private Omwenga. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, allow me to lead the graduates in reciting the nurse's professional pledge as a commitment to duty. May all the graduates raise their right hand in readiness to recite the pledge. I do solemnly pledge before the Almighty God and in the presence of this assembly to observe the Nurses' Code of Ethics and Conduct. I shall faithfully practice my profession in accordance with the laid down laws and regulations as provided for in the Nurses Act, Cap 257 of the laws of Kenya. I shall abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous. I shall not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I shall do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession. I shall hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty shall I endeavor to work in collaboration with other team members in the provision of healthcare and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. So help me God. Please await Please wait for the award of the diploma by the Chancellor.
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, I have the honor to present the following 15 candidates who during the 2023-2024 academic year satisfy the College Academic Board on Examinations of Joint Command and Staff College and the University Senate for the award of Diploma in Defense and Strategic Studies of National Defense University, Kenya. Credit: Lieutenant Colonel Mutua, Kenya. Major Koinari, Kenya. Pass: Lieutenant Colonel Mushambo, Uganda. Lieutenant Colonel Ngulu, Namibia. Wing Commander Hoeb, Namibia. Major Chakaya, Kenya. Major Chemjor, Kenya. Major Yohannes, Namibia. Major Makombe, Tanzania. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, the following 6 candidates are following the graduation online. Credit: Lieutenant Colonel Areo, Kenya. Lieutenant Colonel Thako, Botswana. Major Kiwanuka, Kenya. Pass: Lieutenant Colonel Chanda, Zambia. Lieutenant Colonel Kemokai, Sierra Leone. And lastly, Major Manydoi, South Sudan. Please wait for the award of the diploma by the Chancellor.
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, I have the honor to present the following 20 candidates who during the 2023-2024 academic year satisfied the College Academic Board on Examination of National Defense College and the University Senate for the award of Diploma in National Security and Strategy of the National Defense University, Kenya. Distinction: Major General Ogiki, Uganda. Credit: Major General Lemuni, South Sudan. Brigadier General Mambo, Malawi. Brigadier Shemote, Kenya. Colonel Amukwaya, Namibia. Colonel Bebora, Kenya. Colonel Dido, Kenya. Colonel Karigi, Kenya. Colonel Kidhuva, Kenya. Colonel Kwaram, Kenya. Colonel Maingi, Kenya. Colonel Ngetuni, Kenya. Pass: Colonel Chemitei, Kenya. Miss Mburu, National Youth Service. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, the following 5 candidates are following the graduation online. Credit: Brigadier Banda, Kenya. Colonel Chagula, Tanzania. Colonel Koskei, Kenya. Colonel Mohammed, Kenya. Colonel Machugu, Kenya. Pass: Colonel Oye Charles, Botswana. Please wait for the award of the diploma by the Chancellor.
May I request all the academic members of staff, principals and heads of colleges, vice chancellors, and all our guests in academic regalia to rise up for the conferment of the various diplomas of National Defense University, Kenya. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, allow me to request you to award the various diplomas of National Defense University, Kenya. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir.
I award the persons presented to me the respective diplomas of the National Defense University, Kenya, for which you have been educated, trained, examined, and qualified. Congratulations.
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, I request that we take our seats. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, please allow me to now call upon the Registrar Academic Affairs, Dr. Stephen Mailu, to administer the National Defense University Kenya Alumni Pledge. May the graduating class of 2024 please rise.
The 227 candidates who were presented to you for the conferment of various degrees and award of diplomas are now graduates of National Defense University, Kenya. With your permission, sir, allow me to request them to move their graduation cape tassel from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. A hearty congratulations to the graduating class of 2024. Your Excellency Chancellor, sir, I request all the graduates to recite the Alumni Pledge. I do hereby pledge unwavering allegiance to National Defense University, Kenya. I appreciate the great learning experience that I have undergone as a student. I pledge to be an active member in National Defense University Kenya Alumni Association wherever I may be. I shall uphold the values and ideals of my alma mater. Commitment to excellence and service at all times.
Tuwape makofi tafadhali. You may be seated. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, please permit me to now invite the Vice Chancellor, National Defense University, Kenya, to make his remarks and lead us through this phase of the ceremony. Vice Chancellor, sir.
Your Excellency, Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, and also the Chancellor, National Defense University, Kenya. Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Defense, Honorable Rosalinda Soipan Tuya, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, Julius Migos Ogamba, Chief of the Defense Forces and Chairperson of National Defense University Kenya Council, General Charles Kahariri, Vice Chief of the Defense Forces, Lieutenant General John Omenda, National Security Advisor, Dr. Monica Juma, Principal Secretary, Ministry of Defense, Dr. Patrick Mariru, Service Commanders, National Defense University Kenya, Vice Chancellors of various universities, Chairman of the Parliamentary Committee on Defense, Intelligence, and Diaspora Affairs, General Officers both serving and retired, Defense Attaches present, Governor Nakuru and the local leadership, members of staff of National Defense University Kenya, National Defense University Kenya 2024 graduates and your families, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, sir, allow me to welcome you to National Defense University Kenya and to thank you for finding time from your busy schedule to come and celebrate with these graduates who have achieved a milestone in their journey of academic studies. It fills me with immense pride and joy to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the graduates. And I want to say that their dedication, perseverance, and commitment to their studies has brought them to this pivotal moment. Your success is yet another significant milestone for the university, and we look forward to sticking to our mandate and generate more skills and more graduates in future. Your Excellency, sir, 1 year ago, we celebrated our inaugural graduation ceremony, a historic milestone at which 167 students received their degrees and diplomas. That first cohort is already making significant impact where they are posted today. Today, we are excited to witness the conferment of degrees and diplomas to 227 graduates. This representing Kenya's Defense and Security Forces, MDAs, as well as our international allies. And we are deeply honored to have you here today, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, sir, NDUK remains steadfast in shaping strategic minds who will lead us through the increasingly complex security landscape of the 21st century. We are equipping our graduates to address both traditional security concerns and emerging threats, and understanding that the responsibility of safeguarding our nations requires a dynamic blend of skills, integrity, and strategic insight. Throughout the past year, we have made strides in advancing our academic and institutional mission. Some of the achievements include undertaking a workshop on the responsible use of artificial intelligence in the military domain. This was done in Nairobi in the month of June this year. Your Excellency, sir, in August, we had the distinct honor of hosting the senior professional military education commandants. This was done in Nairobi, where commandants from various military institutions across Africa convened, and the gathering of esteemed leaders reinforced our commitment to national security collaborations and the free exchange of knowledge among African defense institutions. Your Excellency, my commitment to our graduates and the Kenyan education ecosystem is that this university will continue to provide not only theoretical knowledge, but also practical skills necessary to navigate the changing security environment with a view of supporting national development agenda. This mission would not be possible without the dedication of our esteemed faculty and staff, who are the lifeblood of this institution. They have invested their time, knowledge, and passion into shaping the leaders of tomorrow, making a lasting impact on both the lives of our students and the broader defense community. I extend my deepest gratitude to each one of them and to the families behind there who have supported the graduates throughout their journey. To the graduating class of 2024, you stand at the threshold of great responsibility. Your time at NDU has equipped you with the skills, the strategic insights, and the ethical foundation to make a significant contribution to national security and beyond. You are now the custodians of your country's security and strategy, bearing the responsibilities to safeguard our nation's interests, promote peace, and build bridges across borders. As you embark on the next phase of your career, I encourage you to embody the core values of National Defense University Kenya, which are integrity, service, and commitment to excellence. Remember that the knowledge and skills you have acquired here are tools to serve others, protect peace, and lead with integrity. Your Excellency, sir, during the inaugural graduation, as we had briefed you earlier, you tasked the university with 3 assignments: to conduct research on measures mitigating the North Rift insecurity, the security of our cyber critical systems, and to document Kenya's strategic history through experiences of retired national leaders to guide present and future statecraft. I am pleased to report that we have completed these tasks, and what will follow next, Your Excellency, is a presentation of these reports. May I request the Kenya Oral Strategic History Technical Team to rise, and the chair to accompany me in the presentation of the reports that we have made. Once that is done, Your Excellency, will request you and escorted by the Chief of Defense Forces for the presentations of these documents. The chair to the technical team.
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, the Vice Chancellor will present the following items: a copy of the transcript and coffee table book documenting Kenya's strategic history through experiences of retired national leaders. The North Rift Report detailing insights for sustainable peace in North Rift region. The National Security Journal, where you research findings and recommendations on security of our cyber-critical systems.
Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, after addressing the congregation and in line with Statute 66, the second convocation of National Defense University Kenya stands dissolved. It is now my honor and privilege to invite the Chief of the Defense Forces and Chair of National Defense University Kenya Council to make his remarks and later prosecute the rest of the program. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, and also Chancellor, National Defense University Kenya, Your Excellency Dr. William Samuel Ruto. In the interest of time, sir, allow me to ride on the protocol already established by the Vice Chancellor and take this opportunity to acknowledge and appreciate all of us that honored the invitation to come and celebrate this graduation, this graduating class of NDUK 2024. Your Excellency, it is indeed a great honor to welcome you here on behalf of the University Council and the entire university fraternity for this second graduation ceremony. We don't take your time for granted. We know you have many other responsibilities. We thank you very much for honoring this invitation. In the same breath, also allow me to congratulate the graduating class that is before us. Your Excellency, many of the master's graduates were my students at NDC, so I'm indeed very pleased to see them graduating today. And of course, all the rest of the graduates. Your Excellency, I take this opportunity to appreciate my predecessors that were responsible for the vision that led to the establishment of this university and all other institutions of higher learning and training within the Kenya Defence Forces. The desire to professionalize the Kenya Defence Forces through education has now borne fruit through this prestigious institution. I would like, with your permission, Your Excellency, to acknowledge the presence of some of those that are with us here today. With us, we have retired General J.M. Kianga, former Chief of General Staff, who worked closely with General Tonje in those early years to start the very beginning of this journey. I also want to acknowledge our first chairman of this University Council, General Retired Robert Kibochi, former Chief of Defence Forces. Thank you very much. Also among us, Your Excellency, I may not mention all of them, but acknowledge Lieutenant General Walter Raria Koipaton, former Army Commander, Lieutenant General Pande, who has led the COSH team, together with Lieutenant General Sumbeiwo. The team, together with General Njoroge, General Awita, former Navy Commander, and General Gishuru, former Air Force Commander, and others, including ambassadors such as Ambassador Simani, and professionals worked on that document at NDUK. And I can assure you, Your Excellency, the energy displayed by this team is just amazing. They would work until late hours to ensure this. Also, let me acknowledge Lieutenant General S.K. Njoroge, former Army Commander, Lieutenant General Mulata, former Commandant NDUK, and Brigadier Warioba, who recently retired as Commissioner General of the Kenya Prisons Service. Your Excellency, the University Council has worked hard and tirelessly to guide the university management and give them an enabling environment to achieve the key milestones that have been witnessed in the last 1 year. I thank the Vice Chancellor, the University Management Board and Senate, and the entire staff, academic staff, and others for achieving great results and the dedication that they have put in. Allow me, Your Excellency, to request members of the Council just to rise and be acknowledged. Thank you for your continued commitment maintaining NDU standing as a pillar of excellence. As we look forward, let us renew our commitment to the shared vision of a secure, resilient, and prosperous Kenya. Your Excellency, allow me now to invite the Cabinet Secretary for Education to give his remarks, and thereafter followed by Cabinet Secretary of Defense, who will make our remarks and welcome Your Excellency. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, and Chancellor of the National Defense University of Kenya, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Defense, Honorable Suipan Tuya, Chief of Defense Forces, the Principal Secretary, Defense, distinguished members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, National Defense University of Kenya, faculty, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, it is both a great honor and privilege to stand before you today at the second graduation ceremony of the National Defense University of Kenya. This event, Your Excellency, marks a significant milestone in our nation's pursuit of excellence both in education and national security. Your Excellency, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the unique position of the National Defense University of Kenya within our educational landscape. On May 27, 2021, this esteemed institution was awarded a charter under Section 24 of the Universities Act 2012. This momentous achievement came after the Commission for University Education affirmed that the university met the rigorous standards required to offer specialized education in defense and strategic national concerns. Today, the NDUK holds a distinctive mandate of serving as a hub for advanced study in national security, providing critical insights and guidance to our government as it navigates complex security challenges and shapes policy. As we mark this second graduation, it is evident that the university has made tremendous strides in fulfilling its mandate. The growth and impact of the university are directly aligned with my ministry's goals of advancing specialized education to meet the evolving needs of our nation and region. Your Excellency, we are deeply grateful for your continued support and leadership. As the Chancellor of National Defense University Kenya, your vision and dedication has been critical in guiding this institution towards its success. Your continued commitment to education and national security has allowed the university to thrive, and we look forward to its continued growth under your leadership. I also wish to express my sincere appreciation to the Ministry of Defense, led by Honorable Suipan Tuya, for her invaluable support that has helped to guide this institution to where it is today. I must also acknowledge the hard work of the chairperson of the University Council, the entire council, the Vice Chancellor, and the entire management and staff of the National Defense University of Kenya. Your tireless efforts are reflected in the accomplishments of today's graduates and the rising prestige of this institution to where it is today. As the Cabinet Secretary for Education, I am affirming my commitment and unwavering support to the National Defense University of Kenya. In recognition of the position we find ourselves in today, I encourage the university management to pursue innovative strategies for additional funding, particularly for research initiatives. To the graduates, congratulations for achieving this great milestone. Today is a great day of pride for you and your families. Stand as proud ambassadors of this esteemed institution. I encourage each of you to uphold the values you have acquired and serve with honor and commitment. The world awaits you. Thank you, and may God bless us all. Your Excellency, may I now take this opportunity and to invite my colleague, Honorable Suipan Tuya, Cabinet Secretary of Defense, to make our remarks. Thank you, and God bless you.
Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, and Chancellor of the National Defense University, Kenya, Honorable Julius Ogamba, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, Chief of the Defense Forces, General Charles Kahariri, the Principal Secretary Defense, Dr. Patrick Mariro,
the Vice Chief of Defense Forces, members of Parliament present, led by the Chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations, Honorable Nelson Koech, honorable members of Parliament from Nakuru County, service commanders, members of the University Council, Vice Chancellor of the National Defense University, Kenya, Lieutenant General Mutai, other Vice Chancellors present, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Commandants, Principals and Directors of University Colleges, members of the University Senate, members of the Diplomatic Corps present, General Officers, faculty, distinguished guests, our graduates and families, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride and a deep sense of accomplishment that I stand before you today as we celebrate the graduation of our accomplished students from the National Defense University, Kenya. This second graduation ceremony marks not just a milestone in the academic journey of our graduates, but also the growth and commitment of this great institution. It reflects the commitment of the university to its vital role in shaping and enhancing not only Kenya's, but also the regional and international security and leadership. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each of the graduates. Today, we honor your dedication. You can clap for yourselves. You have done a tremendous job. Today, we honor your dedication, your hard work, and perseverance. As you prepare to serve your countries and institutions with distinction, I wish to remind you to stay true to the values, skills, and knowledge that have been imparted to you. Your Excellency, the National Defense University, Kenya, is a cornerstone of the Ministry of Defense core mandate. Through its 7 colleges, the university has been instrumental in the development of strategic thinkers, policy developers, and leaders capable of tackling the complex security challenges of our time. The students who will be graduating today or who have just graduated are not just scholars, but architects of security, tasked with shaping the future of our nation, our continent, and the world at large. Today's ceremony is a testament of the university's strategic role in this important journey. This university has transformed into a vital hub for interdisciplinary collaboration, essential for addressing both current and emerging security challenges. Over the past year, Your Excellency, I have witnessed the university's growing influence in the discourse around ethics, leadership, and national security through trainings conducted for senior members within the Executive Office of the President, including induction sessions for cabinet secretaries and principal secretaries on the said topics. Additionally, the university hosted impactful symposiums aimed at crafting strategies to counter cybersecurity threats and seize digital opportunities for national progress. It also brought together commandants from various African military institutions through the Senior Professional Military Education Commandants Forum, a gathering that reinforced our commitment to national security cooperation, mutual respect, and the open exchange of expertise among African defense institutions. Your Excellency, on this occasion, I wish to encourage the university to continue nurturing these dialogues across the security spectrum by positioning itself as a vital resource for policy development and strategy formation and capacity building. The university can continue to serve ministries, departments, and agencies of government with distinction. And as we have witnessed, this goes beyond our borders to the region and the continent at large. The achievements of this university are a collective effort, and I would like to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to you, Your Excellency, for your unwavering leadership as President, Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, and Chancellor of this university. I also wish to express my appreciation to the Ministry of Education and the National Treasury and the University Council for their steady support for the institution. Of course, none of this would have been possible without the tireless effort of the entire university management and the entire community. Your dedication has made this day a success. And now, to our graduates, let me extend my warmest congratulations on the successful completion of your academic programs. This achievement speaks to your hard work, sacrifice, and sense of duty. The discipline, commitment, and resilience you have shown are qualities that will guide you well as you embark on your diverse professional careers. As you step forward, you will encounter both rewarding triumphs and inevitable challenges. The education and training you have received have equipped you to face this head-on. But it is your character and dedication that will ultimately define your success. The world requires leaders who embody strength and compassion, warriors who are also peacemakers. Yes, warriors who also embody peacemaking. I urge you to uphold the values of honor, integrity, service, and duty as you adapt, innovate, and lead with courage and wisdom. May your careers be filled with success, and may your contributions bring peace and security to your nations and to the world. This is only the beginning of your journey, and I am confident that you will make all of us proud. Congratulations once again to the NDUK class of 2024. I thank you. I now take this opportunity with honor to invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces and the Chancellor of the National Defense University, Kenya, to make his remarks. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Minister. Let's take our seats. Asanteni sana. Excellencies, Council and Management of National Defense University, Kenya, family, and graduates. I am delighted to join you as we celebrate yet another graduation at the National Defense University, Kenya. The class of 2024 now joins the distinguished ranks of previous cohorts who have passed through the esteemed institution and gone on to serve our nation diligently and effectively. I am proud of this opportunity to address the dedicated men and women who have applied themselves to the pursuit of knowledge in furtherance of their patriotic service to our nation. This ceremony is not merely an academic milestone. It represents a pivotal step in our collective effort to strengthen Kenya's defense and security framework. In you, we witness the spirit of commitment to the transformation and progress of our nation, including that of our region and the world at large. As we celebrate your achievements, we also take this opportunity to reflect on the broader vision that unites us, our collective aspirations for a secure, resilient, and rapidly developing Kenya that contributes to a united, peaceful, and prosperous Africa. The Africa Union's Agenda 2063 inspires us with its Pan-African vision of a continent that is integrated, self-reliant, and influential in the global stage. And I am very proud of the diversity that I see of the graduates in this university. Defense and security are fundamental to achieving this vision, and your role as professionals in the national and regional defense, peace, and security sector is central to its fulfillment. The work undertaken at the National Defense University Kenya reinforces our country's credentials as a robust anchor of stability in our region and beyond. We are at a critical juncture, globally, regionally, and at home, where the demand for making difficult and complex decisions has never been greater in addressing urgent challenges and complex problems. For this reason, I encourage you to embrace continuous learning, the humility to remain teachable, and adapt and cultivate a deep appreciation for innovation to sustain your capability for this high calling. As is now well understood, defense extends beyond safeguarding borders to encompass strategies for understanding and managing the multifaceted drivers of insecurity. Security, therefore, must involve fostering stability, economic growth, and the partnership required to address global challenges effectively. In an era defined by disruption and dynamism, uncertainty and disinformation, discontent and conflict, as well as threats and crises, the security challenges we face are vast, they are complex, and ever-evolving, including cyber threats, information warfare, terrorism, maritime vulnerabilities, and climate-induced crises, alongside traditional security risks that we all know. Addressing these challenges demands the ability to track rapidly changing dynamics, analyze them using clear evidence and accurate data, evaluate options from a multidimensional perspective, and implement strategies informed by multidisciplinary learning. I am confident that during your time at this university, you have acquired the skills, learned the techniques, and acquired attitudes necessary to contribute effectively in a very responsive manner and in a forward-thinking, solution-oriented manner. I am equally confident that your education and training has equipped you to harness the full spectrum of our nation's potential in diplomatic, informational, military, and economic power and influence. As you graduate, you are charged with a critical task of addressing crises as they arise, while anticipating and mitigating future risks. In so doing, I trust that your efforts shall be guided by a commitment to enable Kenya make its full contribution to a united and self-reliant Africa, capable of charting its own path and playing its role in the global space. I challenge the National Defense University of Kenya to remain visionary and to craft forward-looking strategies that anticipate pressing challenges, particularly in times of national crisis, and in response to clear need for robust disaster management capacity. I urge the university to implore collaboration with county governments as a means to strengthen the preparedness and effectiveness of crisis response mechanisms nationwide, with particular focus on addressing climate-related disaster. This morning, I had occasion to engage the university management and council. And I am very proud of the assignments that I gave last year, that today I have received feedback. I will make sure that feedback informs government policy as we plan forward. However, because I have the privilege of being Chancellor of this university, I have another 2 assignments. One assignment is on matters of our nation and where we stand today, especially on matters related to the young people of our nation. And my assignment to this university, and I'm asking this time round that you work in collaboration with your partners and other universities, is to examine for us in the matters relating to our young people, what is the place of parents? What is the place of family? What is the place of society? What is the place of religion in bringing up a morally upright, patriotic citizenry, so that we can better understand the breakdown that leads into young people committing femicide, the moral challenge we have in families where family members end up being a threat to themselves, and where society has adopted a defiant, belligerent posture. You now hear of incidences of maisha ni yangu, shughulika na yako. Where does that leave family, society, community, religion, tradition, and culture? My second assignment is on information. There is an avalanche of information. As I said yesterday, because of the different spaces of available information, it is much more easy today to inform the public, to educate the public, to even entertain the public. But also, equally, it is much more easy to misinform the public, to disinform the public, for fake news to travel miles before you know what the truth is. What is the place of fake news, of social media, and the advent of misinformation, fake news, disinformation, and what effect it has on public understanding and governance and public trust on institutions that are supposed to be responsible for governance? I'm sure these are issues that are of importance and requires intellectual discourse, intellectual interrogation to give us pathways for us to chart going into the future. In today's interconnected world, risks and threats easily escalate into global crises and disasters. However, our collective and individual security can be significantly enhanced through partnership and strategic alliances. Challenges such as climate change, transitional crime, cross-border terrorism, and instability driven by scarcity or economic crises often transcend borders. Kenya's security depends on the strength of our collaborative framework with regional neighbors and global allies. Fostering dynamic and responsive partnership frameworks that promote mutual respect, shared security, and inclusive prosperity calls for strategic capacity that I urge you, as graduates of this great university, to develop. I am encouraged by the university's leadership in fostering such alliances as exemplified by initiatives like the Senior Professional Military Education Commandants Forum, which brings together military leaders from across Africa to share insights and best practices. This kind of collaboration must be expanded and deepened to include a broader range of professionals and organizations, thereby enhancing our collective capability to address emerging security threats. There can no longer be any doubt that in the 21st century, technology underpins our defense strategies. Consequently, it is imperative that this university moves with urgency to establish itself firmly as a hub of security-related research and innovation so as to consolidate Kenya's military capabilities while developing valuable technologies with broad civilian value. Cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, robotics, automation, and advanced data systems must become fundamental pillars of our national defense strategy and capabilities. I challenge the class of 2024 and the entire student body to lead in adopting and deploying these transformative technologies, not only for the national defense, but also to drive economic growth, modernize infrastructure, and uplift our society. The bottom-up economic transformation agenda offers the university opportunities to channel Kenya's young talent into emerging fields, fostering innovation and contributing to national development. As digital natives, our young people hold the key to transforming productivity through technology, and the university should collaborate with government ministries and agencies to harness this tremendous potential. Kenya recognizes that people are the cornerstone of national security. This means that an effective defense strategy relies on the contribution of skilled, ready, and ethical personnel. I reaffirm my commitment to ensuring that our defense forces receive the training, equipment, and support they need to excel and play their part in national growth. The National Defense University of Kenya, for its part, must continue to shape leaders of integrity, resilience, and adaptability, a job that you're already doing very well, and congratulations to this university for what you're doing. Under the bottom-up economic transformation plan, our security philosophy is defined not merely as the absence of conflict, but the presence of opportunity. By implication, therefore, our conception of security is intertwined with our ambition for economic development, governance, and the empowerment of all citizens, with special focus on youth, on women, and those who come from vulnerable situations. An inclusive approach to security not only strengthens the social fabric, but also underpins national resilience that is collective and that carries everybody on board. As you proceed to take up your new roles, I urge you to always bear in mind that you are part of a greater patriotic movement dedicated to the realization of our collective vision for a secure and prosperous Kenya within a peaceful and prosperous Africa. Your time at this university has prepared, motivated, and equipped you to defend our national sovereignty, safeguard its transformation, and champion innovation and foster collaboration. Your readiness in this respect will be summoned to action whenever challenges arise, and your true caliber will be measured in terms of your capacity to perceive crisis and challenges as opportunities to shape the future and leave a strong, positive legacy. I encourage you to uphold the tradition of excellence, integrity, and service that define the National Defense University of Kenya, and to serve the people of our nation with courage, honor, and unwavering patriotism. Play your part in elevating Africa and champion our collective aspiration for a secure and thriving continent. I also pray that your contribution finds favor with the Almighty God, and that every task you perform and every day you serve is blessed with success. On behalf of the people of Kenya, I congratulate the class of 2024 and wish you fulfilling careers defined by excellence in service and courage in the face of any challenge. Thank you very much. Congratulations to you. God bless you, and God bless our great country, Kenya. Asanteni sana.
May we rise for the national anthem. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, please allow me to make one special announcement that arising from your request, the graduating class of 2024 will also take a photo with His Excellency the Chancellor as we take the photos in which I had explained. Those photos will be taken in the order in which you have graduated today. The master's class, the postgraduate diploma, and the diploma class individually. Your Excellency, Chancellor Sir, I now humbly request the mace bearer and escorts to the mace to take their position for the Chancellor's recession. The Chancellor's recession will depart in the following order. The mace bearer escorts to the mace. The Chancellor, flanked by the Chairman of Council and Vice Chancellor, Cabinet Secretaries, Council members, Vice Chancellors from other universities, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Principals and Commandants, Registrars, Heads of Program, and then academic staff. Your Excellency, sir.
And there you have it. That is the conclusion of the graduation ceremony at the National Defense University of Kenya here in Lanet in Nakuru County, where the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces, who happens to be the Chancellor of this particular university, has just concluded his speech, of course, reiterating the role of this particular university in matters security, securing the security of the country and, of course, the security of the continent at large. And, of course, the President is saying that the knowledge and skills impacted by the men and women who have just graduated, and, of course, men and women who will continue to learn and graduate from this particular institution, that they will be very, very fundamental in as far as matters pertaining the security of the country. And, of course, we've had 4 colleges, producing graduates here, including the National Defence College, which has produced 70 graduates today. And, of course, the Joint Command and Staff College, the Defence College of Health Sciences, of course, the National Intelligence and Research University College. And that is the conclusion of today's graduation, of course, brought to you by KBC Channel 1, live from Lanet in Nakuru County. My name is Giverson Minor, and take you back to the broadcasting house for normal programming.
Without invitation cards, our Defence Forces Welfare Services will provide